Hey everyone, if we haven't met before, my name is Eric Heinze. I'm the owner of Atlas Industries, and you've also probably seen me answering questions on Facebook with odd amounts of detail up into the middle of the night. But just wanted to do a little unscripted video. I'm not editing this, so if I goof up, it is the way it is. But we have the Atlas Nationals coming up on July 28th, and I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys are too. And just wanted to go through a little bit of the stuff that we have for the Nationals with prizes and trophies that I hope get some people psyched up so we get more people signing up. So one of the things that I really wanted to stress about this event is that it's supposed to be fun. I know there's probably going to be people coming out that have never drag raced before. If your time on the Facebook group has shown you anything, this is an awesome group of people. So you're not going to be embarrassed if you come there and run an 18-second with a 2-second light. There's going to be a ton of us there who will be willing to coach you, help you run times. And it doesn't matter if you have a bone stock Trailblazer or Colorado with 300,000 miles, or you're Calvin, who I hear is going to be trying to break into some nasty times with the Camaro. Everyone, if you have an Atlas engine, you're invited. Now, you're going to notice I'm being strict on just Atlas engines because the LS guys have, everything for them. There are going to be some people at the event. We're going to have a 4.6 Crown Vic. We might have my dad and his 350 El Camino. They're volunteers that are really helping out with the event, totally pro bono, free of their time. So that's kind of what I'm giving a perk to them. So if you see those guys, don't hate on them. They're people I know, family and friends. I invited them, and that's one of their perks for working for free. So I guess wanted to start around my little collection of 4200s here as a backdrop, but wanted to go through some of the things that you're going to be able to win. So first of all, I guess to start things off, we've had amazing support for this event from a bunch of the companies, and we might even get some more coming up here that have supported the event both financially with donations of hundreds of dollars, because this is thousands of dollars to pull this off. I'm losing money on this event because we haven't had a ton of people sign up, and that's just something that me and all the other sponsors are willing to do because we're really excited, and I think that this event is going to be something that is really going to pop off in the future. I mean, if you look back when LS Fest started, there were double-digit people there, and people used to say LS Motors couldn't break 400 horsepower. The 350 was still king, and we know how that turned out. So I guess to just jump right into it, the companies that we have supporting are Calvin Nelson, Nivlac 57 at PAC. We have MTech Motorsports, Lime Swap, 4200 for you, and also myself at Atlas Industries. And again, like I said, we might be getting a couple more companies to sign up too. So the first prize, and I guess I should say how we're going to do prizes, because we're going to have a lot of different opportunities to win things, whether that's drag racing or the car show. And I was trying to think of a fair way to do it and not have people say, oh man, I really wanted that. I wish I would have gotten second instead of first, because that's the prize I really wanted. So what we're going to do is we're going to have first place people, whether that's in a car show or drag racing. They'll flip coins. All the first place people who get to go first, they'll be able to pick an item. Then we'll do second, then we'll do third, and go on from there. We have best of show, and we'll mix it in, and we'll kind of go with it. But the first thing that I don't personally have here, because Calvin's finishing them up and he's going to bring them to the event, is going to be the 58X trigger kit. So I'm going to show that here. This is a really cool piece. As everyone knows, the E67 ECU and also Holley and other systems don't like running the 7X crank that's in the early engines, but the 7X crank has full counterweight balance. So this is going to allow you to run both the awesome E67, she tuned with HP tuners, and also Holley and everything else that everybody knows is awesome to set up and run for boost and everything else. So we're also going to have the alternator relocation kit, which is here, and that is going to allow you to move the alternator down And you can pair that with the 58X trigger kit as well. And again, any of these you'll be able to buy from other people. These are just prizes. So, but that alternator relocation kit will allow you to run a side mount intake like here. Now, this picture is one my brother made himself for his car, but it's going to be similar concept to allow you to run a side mount intake, although the alternator won't be in the same position as Calvin's kit. So one of the other things we're going to have is a MTech adapter plate. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. That's a really awesome plate that Market MTech Motorsports makes. And that allows you to bolt up any small block Chevy, LS. I mean, heck, you could bolt up a Allison from a Duramax if you wanted to get wild too. It's the same bolt pattern. So Mark's going to be providing a coupon that you'll be able to turn in and get that sent from him for free. And we're going to have a machined custom water neck, which is here. That is from 4200 for you, Francisco. And that's a really cool piece because that's going to allow you to route your, coolant lines different than stock, because the stock water neck on the top is a little bit goofy and sometimes can interfere with hoods. So 4200 for you has come up with a cool solution to do that. A couple of things myself at Atlas Industries going to be offering. We have a valve cover. Now, this is one valve cover. This is one that I did as a test a while back that I kind of use as a showpiece. What the prize is going to be is a custom shaved valve cover. And this is one of the products that's going to be coming on the website soon. I've since changed the product a little bit, so the front actually comes down here instead of being totally flat. But if you don't know, the 4200 and all Atlas engines are super tall. And if you have a car with hood clearance, this is something that might really interest you. So what the prize is going to be is a valve cover that you won't receive on the spot, but you will get to pick, do you want the oil relocation here? Do you want it here? Do you want PCV moved? How do you want the front to look? Do you want it chrome? You want it powder coated? Anything like that. So you'll be able to pick, and then I will send that to you free. To go along with that, some of the things that you can win, but you won't be able to take home with you right away. I'm going to have ECU. Now, this is a P10 and an E67. I'll have a P12 too. You'll be able to pick whatever you want, but I'm going to give away 2 of these, and they will be set up with standalone tunes. They're not going to be set up for turbo or anything, but if you want to put an NA motor, they'll be set up to run on their own with no BCM, with just a pedal, and you'll be good to go. One of the next things, which is a product I'm about to debut, and this one is actually going to be sent to Calvin tomorrow morning. This is a stainless steel fuel rail kit that I'm coming out of. If you, I have one right here. If you know the 4200 fuel rail, you know that either it's a later style that is returnless with just one small feed, or it's an early style that is a return, but they both come at the front. And whether you have a side mount intake that might hit the throttle body, it's also kind of ugly because you have to run lines everywhere. And this is going to be a nice solution that has a option of either center feed, or you can plug this, or you can put a gauge, a port for a sensor for a gauge in there. You can feed it just from one side. You can feed here and do return from here. You can feed in the center and do a return from both sides, give you a bunch of options. And this is going to be fully bolt on. And one of the neat things about this is that I had these pieces machined. Now I had these pieces machined and I weld everything back purged, TIG welded. It's a mix of 304 and 316, welded with 309 LSI wire. And one of the neat things about the stainless bungs here is that this is set up unlike any other fuel rail I've ever seen. I really wanted to do this because I work in the OEM world and I'm all about safety. This accepts the stock injector clip. So you can run aftermarket injectors, but if you're running a GM or Ford style injector, this will accept the stock injector clip. So the injectors are held in, and I think that's really important for safety item. It also makes it a lot easier when you're installing the fuel rail, the injectors stay in place. One of the other items, which I'm about to debut, is a oil feed relocation kit. If you don't know about this, I'll go into detail in a separate video, an actual product release video, but basically the 4200 gives priority main or priority oiling not to the mains like most engines, but actually up to the VVT. Now, GM's first VVT engine ever, other than out of prototype phases, was the 4200. They were concerned about phaser timing and other things, being able to get oil up there, because that's actually what moves the phaser back and forth. And for most vehicles, the Trailblazer was used, sold to people who were just driving around. It's not a problem. But combined with the non-fully counterbraided crank that came out in '06, and any sort of performance use at all, the oil was only fed to the mains at the front through a complicated Z shape in the block, and then it goes all the way to the back. Well, you can guess there's a significant drop off in pressure and flow by the time you get to the rear mains, and it's not uncommon to see those more worn or actually fail on high performance engines. So what this does, and you can actually see, maybe not here, this kit is going to come with a special fitting. It goes on the front. It's going to be routed. I have P-clips. This will prevent heating from the exhaust. And then I have a special fitting. Add that backwards. It's going to come here. You route it here and go up, and you feed the block at the number 5. Now, what's really cool about this kit too, because you're not going to have to buy anything else for your turbo, this is a special fitting that you're not going to find anywhere else. Just like these, I had a machine just for me. This is the 1/8" NPT. So this is going to come plugged. There's not a plug in here, but this is going to come plugged. But you'll be able to take that plug out, and because it's right here, you're going to be able to feed a turbo. Or you could use it as a gauge port if you wanted. I'm going to offer these kits first for the 4200 because that's just the biggest demand, but I'm also going to offer them for the 5-cylinder, and I don't have a 4-cylinder here in front of me. But those will be offered. So I'm trying to look, see if there's anything else I missed. We will go through trophies here. So I'm really excited. I put a ton of time in powder coat and everything in these. I don't care because I think they're awesome. I would have done it no matter what. So this is going to be one of the first place trophies. Haven't decided yet. Bit of a crank and camshaft and 4200 oil gear with number 1 on top. That weighs about probably about 15-20 pounds, so I hope you have a strong shelf in your house. Now, I kind of ran out of junk 4200 parts. I've mistakenly thrown stuff away that I should have saved, and also just wanted to spice thing up. So I had a Getrag 5-speed from an HHR that I blew up, so I used a diff from that, and these are connecting rods. And this is also a couple gears. This is going to be best of show, so I tried to make it a little fancy and exciting. And that's the camshaft and a gear. This cool guy right here is from a 4200 I found in the junkyard that someone absolutely wasted. And the piston exploded and it bashed around and bent everything. So this I'm going to be giving away. I know there's going to be somebody who shows up. We have guys coming up from Florida. Keep in mind, this is in Ohio near Dayton. So that's quite the drive. If people coming from the West Coast, there's even some guys thinking of coming from Canada. So I know somebody's going to come and from possibly far away and maybe not have a good time, maybe blow something up. So this is a little bit tongue in cheek because it's a blown up engine part, but this is going to be given away to someone who really deserves it, who put in a huge effort to get there, and maybe their car didn't go super well. Or if we have everybody's car go well, it'll just be someone who, put it on an awesome show. So this will allow you to also be able to pick a prize item. So second place trophies. These are supposed to be silver. It's actually chrome powder coat, but close enough. These are camshafts. This one's a crank. That one's a cam phaser. Now, we got a cam and a connecting rod. These are third place. Now, I put on the website that third place wasn't going to get a prize just because I was worried we might not have enough prizes. But we've had such an awesome support for this event that we have plenty of prizes. So third place will be getting a prize. Now, I need to make one more trophy, and that's going to be organizer's choice. So Moi here will pick a car that he just likes best. Unfortunately, my brother, Evan, sorry if you're watching, you're disqualified from that because I don't want to be nepotism here. But last but not least, I know there's going to be some kids showing up to this, at least I hope so, get younger people interested in the hobby. And I cleaned the poop out of a piston and sandblasted it and powder coated it in chrome powder coat. And this is a 4200 piston that decided to knock to high heaven and flame a hole through the side of the ringlands here and melt some stuff. So this is going to be given away to a youngster, so someone 16 and under who's really helpful or just cheering big. I don't know. We'll go with the flow and just see where it goes. But again, just to recap a little bit on the event. So it's going to be July 28th at Kilcare Speedway. And my company is renting out the track. So it's going to be from 12 to 4 will actually be racing. So before then, and if you go to msreg.com/Atlas Nationals, and I'll put a link down there so you don't have to memorize that or write it down. I wrote a ton of details on all the events, so this timeline you'll be able to see that there. But the main racing is going to be from 12 to 4, and after that we'll give out prizes and everything. But this is a private track rental, so I rented the track. Kilcare is there to support. We still have to follow their rules, but it's not a Kilcare event. And so the way I'm running it, it's not a Kilcare open speedway, it's or open track day. It's just an open day, so anyone that's signed up is going to just be able to run your car. So if you want to hot lap it, and it's looking like with the amount of people we have signed up, you're going to be able to get in a ton of runs. I'm talking like a dozen or more runs if you wanted to hot lap that thing and get crazy. So that's again, you know, we still have to follow Kilcare's rules, and I worked really, really, really hard to find a track that would support a group that's never done a track day before. I've worked doing other track days and races, but not anything. Obviously, this is the first for the 4200 community. So I just want to be really respectful of them. We need to follow their rules when we're there. And again, you'll be able to see all of those. All right, looks like we might have timed out because I took too long. So I guess to recap, make sure you guys go sign up on msreg.com/Atlas Nationals. It's $60. You get to race all day. It's going to be the first event. It's going to be freaking awesome. And again, we're going to have a car show. That's $10. Car show is also eligible for trophy. Spectators are totally free. And I cannot wait to see everybody there.